Breaking news in the sentencing hearing for former Norfolk Sheriff Bob McCabe. A federal court just handed down a sentence of 12 years on the 11 corruption charges that he was convicted of last year. 10 on your side's John Dowding is live outside the Norfolk Federal Courthouse with more details for us now. John?
Yeah, so Stephanie, we literally just got out the courtroom a few moments ago, and you said it right there, 12 years for former Norfolk Sheriff Bob McCabe. 85% of that time, though, he could be released on supervised release for 3 years during good time when he is behind bars. He will be on probation as well and will go through mandatory drug testing. He's also expected to pay an $1,100 fine as well. Obviously, he has the right to file an appeal, which he can do within the next 2 weeks, so we'll keep you updated if his attorney does determined to do so. But today in court, we heard from two character witnesses. We heard from a cousin of his who is a bishop who has known him his whole life. They lived together when he was growing up. We also heard from a lieutenant colonel from the sheriff's office who spoke on his character, spoke on her experiences with him. But the judge ultimately gave a lengthy statement before issuing that sentencing here. Just bear with me, I'm going through my notes. We literally just got out of the courtroom. You know, she basically said that, you know, a lot of the letters, a lot of the mitigation things that they tried to argue to minimize his sentence, they were saying that it was a mistake, it was a lapse of judgment. He didn't intend to carry these out all that long, but a judge said this was not a mistake. It was a crime that was carried out for a long time. Now, the statutory maximum sentencing for this case, for all of the charges put together, again, he had 11 charges a jury found him guilty on. The maximum sentence was 220 years. The government was asking for 20, his defense attorney was asking for 5, but here the judge issued the sentence of 12 years right in between that time period. She varied a whole bunch of different options with that, talking about looking at different cases, looking at similar cases, looking at what other people here that were involved, what they also were sentenced to as well. Again, there's a lot of factors, a lot of things that were discussed in court today ahead of the sentencing that came out. Right now, we're outside the courtroom live, just waiting to see if we can catch family as they're coming out of the courtroom. Again, very emotional. He was walking through the courtroom when he came out today with a walker. He used a hearing aid to be able to hear the proceedings in court today. Family was very upset seeing that. They were very emotional seeing him going through all of that. But again, that's something that the judge said, seeing his health, seeing his mental status, seeing the other factors, that is what helped her come to this sentence. Again, we'll have more details coming up of what happened in court today, starting on Wavy News 10 at 4. So stay tuned with the latest, and we'll have more updates as well online at wavy.com. Live in Norfolk, I'm John Dowding, 10 on your side.